Thank you, Christiane. President Trump is across the pond this morning and is being welcomed with some protest. Let's talk Monday morning politics with Republican strategist Jackie Bally and Democratic strategist Dallas Jones. Good morning to you both, and thanks for being here.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Okay, the president's trip to London comes with a lot of turmoil. Prime Minister Theresa May is going to be leaving office, but it's the people right now who are upset at another visit by President Trump.
Yes, Mayor Khan and the president have not gotten along. Mayor Khan of London, they have not gotten along. That's not a surprise to anyone. And he wrote an op-ed piece, and it was scathing against the president. Of course, the president responded. The mayor needs to worry about having the largest and highest homicidal rate in London that they've seen in a decade. And every serious crime in London has increased significantly. There are serious issues that he needs to be dealing with, besides a Twitter battle with a president of a serious ally. This is going to be a pomp and circumstance type of visit. He's there to visit with Parliament. He's not going to be discussing trade or trade policies or tariffs right now. That's going to happen after a new prime minister is put into place. But Mayor Khan needs to just do what he should do and run his city.
I think it's insulting to say that the British people can't watch what's happening around the world, and to blame protests in London around the mayor's Twitter comments. This is way bigger than Mayor Khan. I think it's about the president, his policies, and certainly what the image of our country has been under this president around the world. And so I don't think it's simply about the rhetoric between him and the mayor. And so, this president is on a journey to try to make himself look like a statesman. He just came from a state visit in Japan, which really didn't yield much for the U.S. And now he will be in England, where he can make no real impact because Theresa May is leaving office. And so he's simply on a parade where he'll, visit the armies and the navies of the British people, simply to show our strength as a military cooperative. And that's not helpful for the U.S. people. The president needs to worry about what's happening here at home.
There was a lot of pomp and circumstance this morning when the president and the first lady exited the aircraft. They were given sort of a state welcome, and then they met with the Queen and had the entire guard there giving them salutes.
Yes, yes, and that's really what the purpose of this visit is. We are a strong ally with the United Kingdom, and they're there to visit with Parliament, again, to make sure that everything is going well. As far as Brexit, he's not going to really touch on that. He is supportive of Brexit, and hopefully their new Prime Minister will be able to carry that through.
I want to change the subject. Ted Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz, he's getting some attention because of a fundraiser. Basically, give money and you can go on a date with me. Is that a good way to raise some funds?
Well, I mean, I don't think so. Ted Cruz is not exactly the person I'd want to go on a date with. Maybe Jackie would enjoy doing that. But, I mean, I think it's an interesting way to raise money. I can't fault him for trying to be creative. But, I mean, in terms of something that I personally would want to do, I don't think going on a date with Ted Cruz is on my bucket list.
I think it's back to basics. Look, Ted Cruz is all about grassroots. You only have to spend $5 to enter this. So anyone who would not have normal access to a senator now has access to a senator, possibly. And you would be able to have a one-on-one conversation with Ted. I have had dinner with Ted, and he is very enlightening, very entertaining. And I think it's a very good way to get down to the people who have elected you.
Well, I want to thank you both, because this is a great way to start the week.
Thank you.
And I know as the week goes on, there's going to be a lot more that we can talk about next week.
That's right.
Thank you so very much for joining us.